I have a huge classroom haul this year. It's crazy, to the point I'm not even sure where to begin. But if you're new here, I'm Rachel Vincent and I am a 4th grade teacher in South Carolina. I am going into my 20th year of teaching, and I'm gonna be honest, this year was the year I needed to replace a lot of things. I've been teaching for a long time. Some of my things had worn out. I had a group of students that didn't kind of treat things very nicely, and my stuff was probably already on its last limb, and they just kind of pushed it over the edge. I want to first start with my wish list items. I hadn't posted my Amazon wish list online in a while. There's some things that have to do with, but I did it anyway. I honestly really thought that just my mom was gonna buy stuff, which she did. Thanks, Mom. But I had a coworker that I used to work with buy a few things, and a friend from my childhood that bought stuff. So I was just so blown away and so thankful for people who supported my classroom. My wish list is listed below if you want to help. You don't have to. It's just nice when people do it. So let me show you what I got from my wish list. Okay, so this first thing, my mom bought this for me. Thanks, Mom. This is just one of those timers, visual timers. It's magnetic, goes on the board. I'm excited because I think this will help kids know how much time we have left. She also got me some clipboards. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that my kids broke every single one of my clipboards. So I got new clipboards. This came in a set of 15. They're just black. I like the black ones better than the wood ones because kids draw on the back of it. I didn't get a class set because I don't ever need a whole class set. They really just need it for like working around the classroom, and some of them use it for their jobs. So I also got a little thing of prize box. This came with some like foam. I'll be honest, I'm probably not gonna put this one in the prize box because, yeah, no. So it has little like skateboards, little squishy animals, little slap hands, slinky things. God, they love these, I don't know why. A couple little Pop-It toys. So just a whole little pack of prizes to go in our treasure box. And that came from my friend Lucy. And she also got me a thing of little Play-Doh. This is actually going to be for our morning tubs. Slow start. I wanted to do it last year. I was gonna wait a couple of weeks into the school year, and by the time that came, I realized that I had a group of students that they weren't quite ready. And so I was gonna keep waiting and keep hoping things got better, and it didn't quite. We're really gonna push for getting that set up this year. So, and then one of my friends, Karen, got me several items. She got me these little snowflake, again for our soft start, of course indoor recess, things like that, little snowflake things, a little tub of that, and this cute book on how to draw animals. This is going to go in our art bin for the morning meeting, not morning meetings, our slow start. Then, oh goodness, she got me 2 giant packs of Astro Bright paper. This is it's like the pinks and orange, and then this is like the blues and greens. I have been needing paper. I like to copy anything I send home to parents. I like to put on bright colored paper so they'll see it versus all the white paper that the like kids' work is on. Plus I do their weekly reports on this. Just lots of things that we needed that for. And then I got 5 headphones. My students, headphones, earbuds are on their supply list. They bring them in. First couple months of school are good. Then the headphone, or really the earbuds break. I'm gonna try to tell my parents during open house or meet the teacher that invests in headphones. But I also have several students in my class with IEPs who have oral admin accommodations for several of our online testing programs. So I just wanted to make sure that I had some available. I have more of these on my like personal classroom shopping list that I want to maybe get a class set eventually, but I want to make sure that these are quality and will hold up before I invest in buying a bunch more. So this is just a set of 5. Okay, so that was it for my actual wish list items. Then of course I bought some of my own things, a couple of Prime Day deals. I got a new set of class whiteboards. I actually haven't even opened this. This was, what do we got, 32 dry erase boards. It was on sale for $33, so almost $1 a piece, which is unheard of. Again, mine have seen better days. Mine were looking rough, and so I decided to go ahead and invest in that. I got some rug grippers for my carpet. This is amazing. These are the best I've ever used. They stick to the rug. This rug sticks to, I have tile floor. Does not leave a residue when you take it up at the end of the year. You can't reuse it, but I was influenced to get these dry erase markers. Everyone else had these on their wish list. They've been everywhere. I wanted a set that were going to be uniquely mine, that I use. Several of my students' job is to like change our lunch count and write reminders on the board. They're in charge of that. I want them to have their own set and me to have mine because, you know, you treat things differently. Got that. Let's see. I also every year pick up a small desk calendar. This is what I like to use to keep dates and important events, things I need to remember. I like it right in front of me because I've tried using planners before where I kept all of that on the monthly spreads, but then I would move the calendar or my planner because it was so thick, and then I would forget dates. So having a calendar right in front of me is the best way for me to keep up with things. And then I got, I don't know if you can see it. It's like a curtain. I will try to put a picture of what it is right here. I bought this for a couple reasons. One, I needed something for when we have lockdown to be able to cover. I have a large window in my door. Most like classroom doors are real skinny. Mine's pretty wide. And so I needed something wide, which this comes in multiple sizes. This was only like $13. Plus, when I do filming in the classroom after school, I don't like people looking in at me while I'm filming. So I wanted a way to eat quickly, you know, close it. I was using a black poster board, which was fine, but we're gonna try something different, see how that goes. And then my biggest purchase, because I got so many amazing things for my wish list, again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, people who donated. I didn't have to like spend my money to replace a lot of things I wanted from my wish list. I was able to invest in a chair. If you caught my video back in May where I talked about things I wanted to change or things I'm doing differently next year, I wanted a short chair in my whole group carpet area so that when I sit to read to the kids or teach, have mini lessons, do math, I'm more on their level. It is a huge box. It's out in my living room. I'm not going to try and drag it in to show you. I wanted to put it together for this video, but then realized that transporting it to my classroom would be tough. So I'm going to insert a picture right here of that chair so you know what I got. It was a good deal, the cheapest I had seen because I've been watching all summer. Got it on Prime Day. So I'm heading into my classroom next week to put in or to start setting up because I go back to school in 2 weeks. If you want to see that, see me put it together and see that in my classroom, stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to catch all of my classroom setup videos starting. I'm going into the classroom next week, so hopefully by the end of the week, I will start posting those videos for you guys. Oh, I forgot, this came from my wish list too. Lysol wipes, also from Karen. Came in a 3-pack. Thank you very much. That will help with cleaning, especially as I go in next week. The rest of the stuff I went to Walmart and Target and got a few things, and then I made a Teemo order, and I definitely want to share that stuff with you. Okay, let's start with Walmart. I was really hoping to get some crayons for 50 cents at Walmart, but they were all out. So I should have got them at Target, but I didn't. I'll have to go back and get those. What I like to do, my students come, well, normally my students come with crayons. There's a whole big thing about crayons are not allowed to be on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade supply list anymore. We won't go into that, but we put it on what's called the wish list where we want them to bring it. So most of them bring it. There's only a few that don't, and so I just give them some. But I like to get the crayons when they're cheap for 50 cents at this time of the year and save them and give them to students either at Christmas as part of like a Christmas gift to refresh their crayons, or at the beginning of the new year so that they have a new set of crayons halfway through the year. Okay, I also stocked up on some command strip, just the sticky parts. I have all the clips in the classroom, but I knew I would need those. I stocked up, I got some folders. They're just the paper folder with just the 2 pockets. I use these for Meet the Teacher. I put everything that the parent needs inside this so that they can just grab and go. Most of the families that come into our Meet the Teacher have several students, and I want to make sure that, you know, they're not having to juggle all these papers. Plus it keeps what they can take home contained and what they need to fill out and leave at school separate on the desk. So normally I just get them from my school. Last year they struggled finding ones that match. I know, that's extra. So I just they're 15 cents right now at Walmart, so I just went ahead and got some of those. And then at Target, earlier in the summer, I picked up the little hashtag blocks. I got a set of 6 for our soft start. And then I picked up 6 of the black tubs. I have these tubs in sort of the rainbow color that we use these for our table. They put their work folders stay in here because they're in and out of their work folders, and then they have a small little supply pouch where they keep pencils and glue at their table so they're not in and out of their cubbies all day long. The colorful ones, again, have seen better days. They're plastic, so you're able to clean them, and they came fairly clean, but there's still a lot of students drew on them this year. So I thought, let me try going black. One, to help with that aspect of students not drawing on them. Also because I'm trying to move away from as much brightness. Yes, I still have a lot of bright things in my room. I love bright colors. I actually really want to change my classroom theme to something different, but I'm supposed to be moving into a new classroom, into a new wing. They're building a new wing in our school, and so 4th grade will be moving. So I've decided I'm just gonna wait until we move to start fresh in the new classroom with a new theme. So this is sort of an investment towards that, if you will. Let me clear all this out so I could pull out the Teemo stuff and we could chat about that. I do want to go ahead and say that I do get money from my state, but there are stipulations to it, and we do have to return in receipts and things like that, and it has to be clean receipts, like nothing else can be on it. And so I try to, with that money, spend it on consumable things that obviously get consumed because it belongs to the state. So that's where I buy like the crayons, the folders, the dry erase markers, anything that again is consumable and will be used by my students. If you haven't heard about Teemo, it is a app slash website that's fairly recent. It's similar to, like, I would say like maybe Wish, which I've never bought from, or Shein, where it's a lot of different things for very cheap. I kind of have mixed feelings about it. So I do find that the website's easier to use than the app. There are constantly things on sale. I tried to use somebody's code to save money, and it turned out to not work out the way it was supposed to. So that kind of sort of left a, you know, foul taste in my mouth. I made a fairly large order. It all came in one giant bag. I think if they would have put it in a box, then one of the items wouldn't have broke. I bought a set of sand timers that broke. Sand was everywhere. I bought a broom and dustpan kind of unit. You could tell it was rather cheap. It felt to me around the same quality, maybe a little bit better than the Dollar Tree where I bought my dustpan from last year that broke. So I sort of knew going into this that this stuff wasn't going to last forever. So, and then what else? Oh, I bought like one of those ABC rugs that I think was my fault that it was smaller. I didn't pay attention to the description. That's the one thing I would highly suggest if you decide to shop on Teemo, is to really pay attention to what you are buying, because a lot of things are smaller than you think they are. The broom handle and it wouldn't attach. So those were the 3 things I had to return. You do have free shipping on returns for your first return. So it is best to know everything you're going to return and send it all back at the same time. I am a little worried because they don't actually give you a return until they receive the item back and look at it and make sure it's, I guess, what you said. So I mean, obviously the things are broken. I don't know if they'll give me the return for the carpet or the little rug since I bought the wrong size. So let's get into what I got. Okay, the first thing I got were the plastic zipper pouches. I have bought these in the like pencil case size for my students to use the past few years for just keeping pencils and glue sticks right at their table. I bought these big ones for my students to put all their extra supplies in. I'm gonna label it with my Cricut with student numbers to reuse year after year. They seem like the same quality that you get from Amazon. When I bought them, of course the Teemo prices change all the time. So when I bought them, they were like $9 for 20-ish, 24, which was cheaper than Amazon. I did see the same price on Amazon during Prime Day. I would say that this is probably a better deal because you can get it more often than Prime Day for Amazon. I also bought this size for my slow start morning tubs. Put like my hashtag things in here. I got a couple, like I got this little set of things that I will divvy up and put a few in here. That way several people can have options to this. So that's what I bought these for. This came in a set of 10. So like I said, I got this for, it was probably a couple bucks for this. Small amount, but that's sort of, you sort of kind of go into knowing that most of the things are small quantities if you want the good deals. At least that would be my advice to you. What you get is going to typically be a smaller quantity if you want the really good cheap deal. Another little prize packet thing These are fidgety things. Again, couple bucks, small package. There were some snowflakes for morning slow start, small package, couple of dollars. That's sort of what I gather with Teemo. Is it's going to be great for small items for relatively cheap. Like these fun little, like the Croc shoe things. All of these were just a few dollars. I got like, this is like a Dunkin' Donuts Chick-fil-A one. It's just a bunch of like random stuff. I was gonna say food, but Santa's back here, so. More food. Why fourth graders love food so much, I'll never know. And then this one's like a game one. So I'm not exactly sure if like, I don't think I'm gonna put these just in my prize box like the other stuff. I think I'm gonna use these either for like a different kind of incentive or maybe gifts like Christmas, Valentine's Day. I did get a pack of stickers for a couple bucks. These are Super Mario stickers. I find that a lot of the sticker packs that I have purchased on Amazon are very girly, so I wanted to find boyish ones. I got the tiniest pack of erasers. Honestly, I think I only bought this because I needed to go over a certain amount to get like free shipping or a percentage off, some sort of deal. Yeah, I don't know. I bought some carpet spots. They're very similar to the ones on that you can, like the pack you can get on Amazon. I want to put these on my carpet where students sit this year, just to, one, I noticed that often students will sit way too close to the board, and then when I go to try like move to point to something or write on it, like they're in the way. So I wanted to kind of block off that area. Plus they tend to like sit on top of each other. I think it has to do with the fact that they haven't really been allowed to sit with people for several years, and in just personal space. So I'm hoping this will help out. I have been eyeing this on Amazon for several years. I think it's like $11 or $12 on Amazon. I think I got it for like $8 or $9 at Teemo. This is just a calendar pocket chart. It comes with its own set, but I have my own that I made that I will use to hang my calendar. I got a set of, these actually came with the calendar. They're just little plastic hooks, but I also ordered a set because I want to use these for our lanyards. In past years, they've just hung their lanyards on the hooks in their cubby, but I think there needs to be a more permanent spot. I need to be a little more, like keep up with it a little more for them. I think that we had a lot of damaged, we had a lot of lost, a lot of students just chose not to wear them when they should have. They need their lanyards for lunch every day, and then they need it for library checkout. I'm gonna have a lanyard leader, somebody who's responsible to make sure everybody returns theirs at the end of each day. So the last two things kind of go together. So I got this pack of, they're labeled kitchen towels, but I was thinking they would be more like a kitchen towel size, but they're more of a washcloth size. So I was a little bit disappointed in that, but there are 12 of them, so I think it's gonna work. Basically, I wanted some small towels that students could use to clean up water spills, because every teacher in America knows that the quality of paper towels that we get to clean up things in our classroom is like taking paper and pushing water around. They are not absorbent. So my thought was I would have these available to help clean up so that it would soak up the water a little bit better, and then occasionally I could just bring them home, throw them in the wash, and they'd be good to go. Again, I was hoping they'd be bigger, and they're not. But then I bought these little things. They're like sticky on the back, like almost like a command strip. This would be like on the back of our sink cabinet. They would just shove this in here to allow it to dry. It's a 3-pack. I was thinking they'd be bigger. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. Will I shop Teemo again? Debatable. I think it's really great for small little things for relatively cheap. So yes, I may buy from them for things like this, things like prize box, cheap stuff that I would not expect to last super long. Does it have other things that feel like really good quality? Also, yes. I do highly suggest reading descriptions very well. I would just say shop Teemo at your own risk and read everything carefully. But that's what I have gotten for my classroom so far this year. It was a lot of stuff. Like I said, I feel like I was replenishing for this year after many years of not buying anything. Like I said, I'm heading into the classroom next week to start setting up. Make sure you subscribe so you can see where all this stuff goes in the classroom. If you'd like to see what I got for my class last year, check out the video that's on your screen now.